Hello everybody, this is Tru Neon here, and this is a beginner Photoshop tutorial. To start, you're going to need a couple things. You're going to need to have at least one smudge brush installed into your Photoshop. You can find smudge brushes on the internet in websites such as DeviantArt. You're going to need one render. I used an anime render with lots of colors in it, with the oranges, the purples, and the pinks. The colors are important because this allows us to start up with our background. And then you're going to want two stars and stocks pictures. Got a little tongue-tied there. So with these two star stocks, that'll be like finishing touches on the signature. To start, you're going to want to open your new document, 450 by 150, on a transparent background. And then you're going to want to open up your render. Put the render into your signature that you just opened up. And then if you need to resize it, press Control T, and then from these boxes you can size it down. But when you're resizing, hold Shift, because if you don't hold Shift, you can accidentally stretch and squish the signature into weird dimensions that kind of damage the quality. So if you were to hold Shift, none of that would happen. It all stays uniform. I don't need to resize it because I actually have a decent sized render where it is. So you just put that into the center. From there, you're going to want to choose the layer underneath it and press I on your keyboard to get the eyedropper tool. You're going to want to choose two colors from your render. A light color, so I'm going to use the pink in her hair, and then a dark color, and then I'll use the orange on her sleeve. From there, you're going to want to take a radial gradient from the center of your render's body outwards. You're going to want to apply it like that. I'm going to want to make it a little bit larger from the center. There we go. Next, we're going to start the smudging. To smudge, you're going to want to open your smudge brush and then choose a size that's not overly huge, not overly small, just so you can get a lot of smudging done fast. From there, find F5 on your keyboard and press it. This is going to open up a bunch of options for editing your smudge brush. The shape dynamics all have things that like adjust the sizes and like the shape of your smudge. We're just going to take the size jitter up, the angle jitters a little bit. You can mess with all of those to find your desired result. From there, we're going to go click on scattering. The only one I'm really going to use is the scatter itself, but I don't want a wide scatter one that's just going to be all over the place, so I'm just going to keep it a little tight, so about an 80% scatter. Then we're going to choose a transfer, and then just have the strength jitter, and then change the strength jitter to whatever you see fit. Then click on your render and press Ctrl J to duplicate it. From there, you're going to want to begin your smudging. I usually smudge with the finger painting button clicked on. This is just so that I can add colors in while I'm smudging. So if I were to say switch my color on my smudge brush to the pink, and now when I start smudging, it'll actually smudge the color pink into the smudge. Or if I put the red, it'll start smudging the color red. So I'm going to begin smudging the render. And then using this finger painting, I'm going to occasionally click inside of it to finger paint in more of the smudge, more of the smudge. Kind of want to just smudge around the render, and then click it and put it underneath the render, and then find a blending mode that kind of adds to the background. So linear dodge is the one I put on for that. Then we're going to repeat this process by pressing Ctrl J on the render yet again. And then now smudging again one more time on the one below it, but with a little bit more darker color. Try to smudge in with some darker colors and expand the distance that you actually smudge it if you want, just so that there's a little less empty space in the signature. Continue the smudging here. If you have a slow computer like mine, you're gonna lag a lot when you smudge. Fun stuff. Alright, once you've completed that smudging, you're going to find another blending mode. Kinda wanna blend it in to be darker on the edges, so I'm gonna go with the color dodge right here. Just kinda add that into there. After you've done that, you're gonna make a new layer, go to Image, Apply Image, and then Filter, and then Blur, Motion Blur. I'm gonna blur it in the direction of her eyes, so the which way she was looking, and then put that onto lighten, and then I'm just going to erase over top of where the render is so that the filter doesn't go over top of the render, and then you have that blur kind of adding to the distance basically of your smudge. Then do that layer again, and then Image, Apply Image, and apply another motion blur. Hang on a second. Filter blur. Apply another motion blur, except this time you're going to go Filter, Distort, and Glass. This is going to take the filter that you just did, and it's going to distort it and give it a little bit of change to it. If you keep the distortion all the way up and the smoothness all the way up, it's going to go with the flow of the actual blur. So then you're going to put that on top of there, and you're going to find another blending mode for this to go on to. I'm going to yet again erase over top of where the render is, and then the last step will be adding our star stalks. So we'll take the first star stalk and we'll put it on here. Then we'll go to the filters, and we'll try to I'll add this one on screen, and as you can see, it kind of goes really nice with it. It brightens it up, it adds that kind of mystic kind of glow feel to it, but there's this little star that's over top of her nose that was bugging me, so I'm just going to erase over top of the render yet again. And now we're going to take the second star stalk, open that up, and put it on top of the image yet again. After we have that second stars over top, we're gonna yet again find a different layer mode. So I'm gonna put the blending mode of this one onto overlay. As you can see, it'll just add some more stars into it, make it a little more busy, and then there you go. From there, you can click this thing down here and add a gradient map if you want to just kind of push the colors into each other. I use the purple to the purple-orange gradient map on soft light, and that usually just kind of darkens it up and pulls it into kind of make it more contrasted to me anyway, and I like the colors better that way, so that's what I'm going to do. And then from there you can start building on with any techniques that you think you know how to use and think would work well. Straying off of this tutorial is suggested, so do your own thing. Don't just do exactly what I'm doing in this tutorial. Try out different types of filters and such, or say you want to expand from this. Let's see what would happen if we were to expand and just create a new layer and then say image, apply image, and we want to, I don't know, apply halftone pattern. So we'll just go reset our color brushes back, and then we'll go filter, stylize, or sketch there, halftone pattern, and we'll throw that halftone pattern on top just to see what would happen. So we're just playing around here now, and throw the halftone pattern on, Then I'll put that onto soft light, and voila. So that's just a beginner signature tutorial. You can add text, you can add a border, do your own thing. And thanks for watching. Thanks for paying attention to me talking for an extended period of time so you guys can learn how to keep it classy and design those signatures. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, like, I don't care what you do. Just, I hope you can pull something out of this tutorial. And yeah, there will be more in the future, so, subscribe and keep watching.